Hi guys, it's Anders and I am back. Today I'm going to share with you this track I've been working with. You might have heard it before if you've been listening to the channel. I've been using iZotope's Neutron. Now this mix has given me an absolute nightmare. It's a busy mix, it's got lots going on. As you can see, the purple layers here with Chris Burke written on. Got a ton of vocal layers going on at once. Give a really thick, wide, stereo sounding vocal. This is probably the busiest bit of the track here, and there's how many elements playing at once? Around 16 elements all playing at the same time, so it's a busy bit of the mix here. So have a little listen to how it sounds. So it's getting there, but it's still busy. There's some muddiness going on. The vocals aren't as crisp as I'd want them. The snare's a little bit buried. There is still work to be done. But what I want to show you is what I've set up with Neutron and how that's helping me figure out exactly why this mix has been an absolute nightmare. So if we grab, I've got the Vox channel here and I've put Neutron on the end of that, and we've done a bit of processing with it. All well and good. I've also set something else up here called it ABV, so all but vocal. We can have a look at that separately here. Now, the reason that's important is when we get onto the vocal one, if we choose the equalizer and look at the masking, it's going to link in here with the ABV and it's going to show me the areas that it's conflicting with the vocal. We see I feel that I'm losing some crispness of the vocal, and we see there's lots of masking going on between sort of 6 to 10k, which is the real sheen of where your vocal would be. So if we listen to them soloed. Cause I drink too much, cause I smoke too much, I do it all too much, cause I take too much, cause I breathe too much, cause I lie too much, I do it all too much, cause I lie. So the challenge now is to figure out how I'm going to make that space and what sort of individual areas are conflicting with it. What I was going to look at doing is literally just dipping the whole lot out the way of the vocals, and we can do that so it's in sync and responds via the vocal. So on here on the vocal version of Neutron, if I grab this high shelf, it's on plus 0.5 dB at the moment, but what we're going to do just to experiment here is roll it back to around here. I'm going to open up the Q a little bit so it slopes off, and I'm going to dip it by about 2 decibels. That's taking loads out, and it should resolve some of that masking, but then I've dipped everything else in the mix for a bit, so the drums will probably lose their clarity. Cause I drink too much, cause I smoke too much, I do it all too much, cause I take too much, cause I breathe too much. Okay, so that's helped out with some of the masking. Vocals are a little bit more clear, but everything else is lost out. So what we're going to try is dynamic mode. And we're going to have it on compress, and we're going to have it compress when the high shelf external triggers, which is going to be this one here. So now when this triggers up here and there's lots of high content, it's going to pull this down based on this threshold. Cause I drink too much, cause I smoke too much, I do it all too much, cause I take too much, cause I breathe too much, cause I lie too much, I do it all too much, cause I lie, cause I drink too much, cause I smoke too much, I do it all too much, cause I take too much, cause I breathe too much, cause I lie too much, I do it all too much, cause I lie, cause I drink too much, cause I smoke actually helps quite a bit, and it's a little bit more transparent than just dipping the whole lot permanently, having working in harmony. And you can hear when I bypass the ABV channel, so this bottom section here, what it actually does. You can hear that the vocal just becomes a little bit more dull. And what's going to be better is if I go into the individual channels and find out the exact things that are causing the masking of the vocal and get rid of those. But this is a way to work for the minute, and it gives me an idea of what needs to be done.
Cause I drink too much, cause I smoke too much, I do it all too much, cause I take too much, cause I breathe too much, cause I lie too much, I do it all too much, cause I lie, cause I drink too much, cause I smoke too much, I do it all too much, cause I take too much, cause I breathe too much, cause I lie too much, I do it all too much, cause I lie.
Well, that's one way to discover what's going on in your mix and how the vocal's being masked in a way that you can address it. I think what we're going to do is cut this video here and we'll have a look at the same track, but we'll go into the individual channels and how we can discover what's going on with those.